Once you've got a fair amount of paint on your canvas, it's time to liquify. So you press this adjustments button and then select Liquify. And these are all of our liquify tools. And the first one, which is like the bread and butter tool, is this push tool. Play around with this. This reminds me of toothpaste. The next slider is the distortion slider, which is pretty cool. If you start moving this about, you'll start to see it creates all these irregularities, and there's a lot of distortion happening over here. The next thing is the momentum slider, and what this does is it makes momentum. So if you just flick, you'll see that it carries across the canvas, and this is really beautiful. It really feels like we're playing with liquid or working with paints in water when we've got the momentum slid up. The next tool I want to show you is this twirl left. I'm just going to hold this down, and you see that it makes a whirlpool, but I can move the whirlpool around, which is really, really cool. It's almost like a whisker or an egg beater or something like that, and you can do some really cool stuff with it. Woo! So here I'm creating a whole bunch of mini whirlpools, and this is something that you cannot do in real life really easily. I find this tool amazing. It's really, really fun to work with.
Let's get started. If you swipe up with your finger at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a small arrow, and this will create a pop-up of some of your favorite apps that you normally use. If you click and drag on the Pinterest app, it will then click into place, and this will become an extension of Procreate. It's really good because this gives you the freedom to change your reference photos really easily. So here's my final sketch, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out.
I'm going to take this Sharpie, just going to scribble a little bit on here and see what we could come up with. Let's try that. This circle one, that would probably work better for a brush. Alright, so now I'm just going to grab my iPad, snap a picture, and then I'm going to go into my picture and just edit it a little bit so it works better. So I'm going to crop it so that it's a square. Then I'm going to go into light. I'm going to bring up the exposure so that this background here is pure white. And then I need to also make this black and white. So now let's go into Procreate. We'll quickly just add a new brush. And this time we're going to say insert photo. We have that photo, our new texture right there. And we need to invert this because it's drawing the white pixels. So we want to draw that as the white pixels. So let's just draw it and see what it looks like so far. It's actually not that bad, just like that. And it's that easy to make your own textures.
My absolute favorite tool in this drawing guide is Symmetry. This is so cool, you guys. Okay, essentially, this will take whatever you're drawing and create a symmetrical version on the other side. This tool is absolutely awesome for doing things like drawing faces in a really fast way because you've gotten both sides of the faces just knocked out in one go. There's a ton of really cool settings in this. If you tap options, you can do a horizontal one, you can do a quadrant one, or a radial one. So for example, let's check out the quadrant. Quadrant is awesome for drawing mandalas or flowers. So with rotational symmetry, what this does is it makes everything go in the same direction, right? So all of these curves are now going in the same direction. Whereas if I turn rotational symmetry off, now these curve towards each other. There's tons of fun things that you can do with this. If you only want this to show, if you only want your drawing to show in certain areas, you can do a selection. It will only draw within the selected area. And remember, you can always turn this on and off on any layer by tapping the layer and choosing Drawing Assist on or off.
So in your control panel, go to the wrench. Under video, the last option there is export time-lapse video. You select it and it's just gonna take a little bit of a second to export, and it'll let me choose where I wanna save it. I'm gonna save it to my camera roll, but you have the option of emailing it or saving it to your files or uploading it to your file saving apps. So I'm gonna click Save Video, and now it should be in my camera roll. So here I go. There it is.